What's good? How you living? This is your boy Nova, the Raw Uncut, back for another edition of your weekly NFL picks. We are at week 9. Week 9. Basically the second half of the NFL season is kicking off this week. Now, let's go ahead and get on to a few things before we can even start about predicting some of these games. Let's talk about the NFL trade deadline. Jimmy Garoppolo, now a member of the San Francisco 49ers. Jay Ajayi, now being a member of the Philadelphia Eagles. Miami, what were you thinking? We'll probably find out more about that in days to come. The Eagles possibly losing Peters for the season. You would figure they would go after an offensive tackle, considering Dwayne Brown may have been a target. Funny where he ended up. He was just playing against Seattle last Sunday. He's in Seattle as a member of the Seahawks now. Man, Kelvin Benjamin, Cam Newton's biggest target, now a member of the Buffalo Bills. This is where we're at, man. Other teams didn't pull any triggers on trades. And then there's the Cleveland Browns. Now, the Cleveland Browns are in the bye week, okay? And I normally wouldn't spend too much time talking about them if I didn't have to, especially when it comes to picking games in which they're playing. But this is noteworthy. The Cleveland Browns could have traded, or did trade, for A.J. McCarron from the Cincinnati Bengals. They got that deal done with about 5 or so minutes to go. So the word is, they spent the remaining 5 minutes of the trade deadline celebrating said trade. Celebrating. Apparently nobody figured to, hey, contact the league office to let them know we completed this deal. And so once they finally did, the deadline passed and the deal was nixed. Cleveland, what in the world were y'all thinking? Man, I mean, look, A.J. McCarron is a serviceable quarterback, probably a good one if you give him a shot at starting. And they have not had much luck at the quarterback position since ever. How in the world does the Cleveland front office screw this up? It is mind-boggling that the Browns continue to brown even in the bye week. I feel for Cleveland today on that note. Now that we done said all of that, let's go and get into these weekly picks. Starting with the Thursday night game. In the AFC East showdown, you got the Buffalo Bills at 5-2, trying to keep pace with the Patriots, going to MetLife to play the New York Football Jets. Look, I've underestimated the Jets all year. Every game that they've had this year, they've been in it. They played tough, and hey, they got 3 more wins in all honesty than I expected them to have. But with that being said, I look at that Fontainebleau defense. LaShawn McCoy is piling up these yards right now. Tyrod Taylor is making plays, and now he has another offensive weapon. Got to go with the Bills on this one, so I'm taking Buffalo. Going to Sunday's games, starting with the 1 o'clock games, you got the Broncos, who have lost 3 straight, going to Philadelphia to face, in my opinion, the NFL's best team. Not just because they have the best record, they seem to have the most complete game right now, and that's the Philadelphia Eagles. The Broncos have not won a road game all year, and they've lost each of them by at least 10 points, despite the fact that they have the number 1 defense in the league. That has more or less to do with the offense. So we'll see how the change of quarterback with Brock Osweiler starting this week, how that factors in. But do I honestly expect it to be a turnaround for them to pull an upset in Philadelphia? No, I do not. I'm going to take the Eagles to take this one and take it handily. In the NFC South showdown, we got the Falcons finally ending their losing streak, going to Carolina to play the Panthers. What are the Panthers going to do now that they don't have Kelvin Benjamin? This is putting more work squarely on the shoulders of Cam Newton. That Panthers offense still is not being impressive to me. Can Matt Ryan limit turnovers in this game? I believe so, especially if you put the ball in the hands of both Freeman and Tevin Coleman. That should open up the pass game, get you squared away, and set up some big plays for Julio Jones and Mohamed Sanu. So I got to go with the Falcons on this one. The Indianapolis Colts going at the Houston Texans in the AFC South showdown. Look, as bad as Indy's playing, they're only 2 games out in their division. I don't know if that says more about the AFC South or what. But look, as I would easily want to just rile off Indianapolis in this game. I can't because it's a division showdown. And the Houston defense seems to have a way of just giving games away. See New England and now see Seattle. Because Deshaun Watson has played tremendously this season. The dude is basically a virtual lock at this point for Rookie of the Year, in my opinion. And from what I'm seeing online, some people even have him as a potential MVP candidate. Says a lot. But hey, he's balling. The man has 16 touchdowns in the month of October, most of any rookie quarterback in a month in NFL history. I expect him to take advantage of this porous defense, and I expect Houston to come out with the win in this game. Cincinnati, 3-4, going to Saxonville. Yes, I said Saxonville. Facing another top defense, the Jacksonville Jaguars, the AFC South leaders right now. They're coming off of a bye. Look, as Cincinnati seems to be picking up some steam, but I think they're going to run into a buzzsaw this week. I think that defensive front in Jacksonville is going to get after Andy Dalton early and often. I think that secondary is going to help shut down AJ Green. Do not expect big plays out of Cincinnati in this game. Couple that with the manageable running game and timely plays from Jacksonville. Jacksonville should handle this game. And look, I'll say this about Jacksonville. They have one of the easiest schedules going forward in the league. So Jacksonville may be primed for a run. So this may be a team you want to look out for in the AFC as a whole. Tampa Bay going to New Orleans. I got to admit, I had expectations for Tampa Bay that I did not have for New Orleans, and look how that flips. One team is 2-5, the other is 5-2. The Saints, their defense has actually pulled them through in some of these games. Drew Brees has not really been consistent, but they yet still keep winning with timely defensive plays and turnovers. So, Drew Brees at home, as much as I like Jameis Winston, I can't pick against the Saints at home. Not with this team. Not the way that they're playing right now. The Bucs they get you yards, but they don't score. They're middle of the pack in scoring. They're worst. They're bottom of the pack in rushing. They gotta get that offensive line and that running attack. Get that thing picked up because it's not helping them at all. Look, the Saints are a good team. Tampa Bay's a bad team. Just got to call it how I see it. Saints should handle this one in the NFC South showdown. The Rams coming off of a bye, facing another team that's coming off of a bye. The New York Football Jets. Excuse me, the New York Football Giants. Wow. Look, Seattle, the Rams, they're neck and neck in the NFC West. Seattle currently has the tiebreaker due to the head-to-head. So, and I believe in the Rams. I think the Rams are a serious contender this year. And I think this defense is going to have a field day at MetLife. Not too many players at skill positions due to injuries for the Giants. Eli Manning has been pedestrian at best. So, with that being said, I like the Rams to handle business against the Giants at MetLife. The Ravens going to Tennessee to face the Titans. This is a game where you really got to look at the health of both quarterbacks. Flacco coming off of a concussion. Mariota with hamstring injuries. Now he's had a bye, so hopefully that should help him out. But I look at this run game of Baltimore that's starting to pick up, but I trust in Tennessee's run game more. And with Tennessee at home, I'm going to go ahead and take them in a close one. In an NFC West matchup, 3-4 Arizona going to San Fran to face the 0-8 Niners, who I would assume will be starting Garoppolo. But then again, maybe they'll be playing CJ Beathard. Give Garoppolo a week to get used to the offense and whatnot. And for that reason, couple that with Adrian Peterson. Adrian Peterson should do work in this game, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Cardinals. I kind of want to pick the Niners, but I think it's a week too early for that one. Now, that one's a 4 o'clock game. The second 4 o'clock game, you got Washington coming off of their loss to the Cowboys, going to Seattle to face the Seahawks. I'm picking Seahawks in that one. Wilson, man, Russell Wilson, just the dude has continued to be clutch. And then now he has an exceptional tackle with Dwayne Brown being added to that left tackle spot. Seattle might be poised for another Super Bowl run, so you want to keep a lookout for those boys. Position skill injuries for the Redskins will hurt them in this one as well, in my opinion, going up against the Legion of Boom. So even without Earl Thomas, potentially, still Seattle's defense should hold ground. I like Seattle to handle business at home. The final 4 o'clock game, you got the 6-2 Kansas City Chiefs going to Dallas to play the Cowboys. Now, this game is going to be about Dak Prescott versus Alex Smith. I want to make that clear. Zeke Elliott more than likely will not be in this game. So you're going to be looking at a committee of Darren McFadden, Rod Smith, Alfred Morris. I like Rod Smith. I think his running style kind of fits the line and how they operate. But even with that being said, Dak Prescott will have to manage and make plays in this game. You got to open up this Kansas City defense. Even though their pass defense is legit, that run defense is not. So the running game can still be there for the Cowboys. But then again, you got to look at the Cowboys defense and how Alex Smith, with those skill players they got, Kareem Hunt, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, being a nightmare matchup. I just think it'll be too much. Maybe a close game. The Cowboys offense has been scoring a lot of points lately, but I think in the end, the Chiefs will score more, so I'm going to go ahead and take the Chiefs in that one. Going to Sunday night's game. The 3-5 Oakland Raiders go to Miami to take on the 4-3 Dolphins. Derek Carr threw a touchdown and a couple of picks last week. Going up against a much better defense. On the road, Marshawn Lynch is back. I think Derek Carr and the Raiders get their offense together in this one. The Jay Ajayi trade is, I think it's going to hurt Miami in this one. I'm going to go ahead and take the Raiders on the road on Sunday night. And then we go to Monday night's matchup. We got Detroit going to Green Bay to face the Packers. There's no Aaron Rodgers in this game. It's Brett Hundley's debut on Monday night. Look, the Lions defense can take advantage of that, but at the same time, if McCarthy puts together a nice game plan, get him some QB runs in there, and it might open up the defense a little bit, and also open things up for Adam Jones. This out of nowhere running back that the Packers have. I think if you open that up, it'll open up some points for this Packers offense. And then you look at the Lions offense, for a team that got in the red zone as much as they did against the Steelers, and then did not get into the end zone. 5 field goals. 5 field goals. The Lions, in all actuality, should win this game, but it is something to be said when you get into the red zone that much and not. And get at least one touchdown. they should rectify that on Monday night. So I'm gonna take the Lions in a close affair on this one. So there you have it. That's my weekly picks. I'm gonna just keep it short and simple for you this week. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please comment, like, and subscribe. It is much appreciated. And with that being said, keep a lookout for some more videos coming, and I will see you guys on the next one. Till then, y'all stay positive, y'all stay strong, oos, and yeah, peace.